Okay, you lovely lot. So we're back for part 2 of our question and answer session. Come on, Rich. Carry on, mate. The folks love hearing your lovely voice.
Bored of it now. Tom Batterby on Facebook. What's the best way to keep casters fresh between sessions, or
you like casters?
What I've always done, I mean, you can keep casters for a long time. I'll put them in a black bin bag. As long as you're sort of like changing the water in that every day, just keep them in a black bin bag in the fridge and they'll be absolutely perfect. I've kept them for 5 or 6 weeks. Yeah, they've got to be slightly damp, but just make sure you change the water and give them a rinse out every day or every other day. As long as they're in the fridge every other day, if they're just on like a cold garage floor or what have you, it's got to be every day. Yeah. And you'll have them 5 or 6 weeks, they're bang on.
Yeah.
They don't go sour at all.
They haven't got to be sexy as have they? They can be a bit dodgy.
I'll tell you what I used yesterday as well, the ones that are freeze-packed. They're really good. They were like 3 weeks old, but they're still proper fresh. Yeah. They're bit light.
You wouldn't use them for roach on a canal, but
no.
On this, yes. So
yeah, perfect. It doesn't matter, does it? When they're proper having it, it's not going to eat anything.
Get rid of the light and get rid of the oxygen, and they'll last. It's the normal rule.
You'll keep them for ages.
Bailey Barton on Facebook. Should big companies like Map and Matrix be sponsoring more junior anglers?
Sponsoring is not the right word. Yeah, big companies are great, whether it's Map, Matrix, Guru, Preston, whoever. They all do what they can. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't come free, so they all use a percentage of whatever budget to help kids out in various ways, whether it's Guru and their brilliant tackle pathway, or I know Matrix and Fox help out quite a few little groups around the country. I mean, every company has something that they do. Sponsoring, different thing altogether. Yeah, it's not about sponsoring kids, it's sponsorship. Don't get me started on this again, but
it's going again, folks. Look at him. You can see it in his eyes.
That's later in life. That's not what needs to happen. I mean, if a young angler's capable of pushing a brand enough and can offer something to the brand, then yeah, why not? But sponsorship, no, for me, that's not the way to go. It's helping as many out as possible with the young anglers, getting as many, whether it's back into it or just help them progress. That's the way things need to be, and it seems to be that's the way things are going at the moment.
Like, actually, I was going to say all of that.
Yeah. That was quite sensible, and I didn't lose it.
You see him going again. He wants to go for it. He wants to go.
Lloyd Marshall on Facebook. Is there a time and place for feeder fishing versus pole fishing? And can they both be as competitive as each other? The majority of matches I see and watch are predominantly pole based, unless it's a feeder match. I never know.
What do you mean, like in the same match, feeder against pole, or what do you fish?
Yeah, is there times?
No, I think the answer is no.
It's one of them. It's what. Obviously, poles. Well, I was going to say if it's quicker. Pole will be quicker if you can get them short and shallow and smashing them out one a chuck. But you know, if you're catching great big wobbly things to an island on a method, then that's going to be as quick. So it's all relevant for the day. You like that? I've actually answered one. My job is done.
Yeah,
it's right though, isn't it?
It is. Just do whatever needs to be done on the peg you're on. Just never this versus this. Just do what needs to be done with how the peg is in front of you, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's why we do what we do, and we don't just go to.
Well, that's why you do what you do, and I'll ring you up and see what I do.
No, you know what I mean. We don't go just feeder matches or whatever, because.
Oh, no, right, yeah.
I want to do whatever I need to do in whatever situation.
Yeah, definitely.
Lee Williams on Facebook. If allowed, this is probably more Jay's.
Go on, you do again, Jay.
Would you buy all the tickets for a single fish show or match this? 100 pegs, say $5,000, and be the only angler fishing the sport line to the final?
I don't think that'd be quite within the etiquette of the competition, would it?
No.
Snaffle them all up. And I think if you did that, I think I'm a big karma, believe in me. I'd do that and then you'd draw Ranted in the final and not win anyway. It'll be.
No, you'd lose out if you did every qualifier, bought every ticket, and then won.
The lot. Yeah, the bank balance wouldn't
just be the only in the final.
Yeah, just you on your own. Yeah.
And
the gala, just you and Phil at the gala evening. No one's saying up, Phil. No, don't be silly. You've got to do what you've got to do.
Manchester Angler on YouTube. Would you choose to never lose a fish again, or always draw the peg you want?
I'll get off of that anyway.
I used to be. I mean, I've seen you like throw wobblers back in the day when you lost a fish.
Yeah.
But I used to be an absolute nightmare for it. Nowhere near as bad as Lewis Breeze, though.
Oh, I've seen Lewis.
Come on, let's go on, Lewis.
A knot in his rig. He was next to me on bridge, and he was like all nice and calm, and you could tell. And all of a sudden he just went. Snap! I'm going!
It literally can be that bad with some
love
people,
it.
though, can it? Yeah. It's
My little girl will be like that. She'll be like her.
I don't know. I hate losing fish, but then it's horrible when you draw bad. But how often, like we said it already, how often you drawn bad and it's turned out to be a flyer? So
Fish, yeah. The older you get, the less you just don't care.
no,
about it. You
not
just
at all.
go,
But I think I'd take losing fish. I hate losing fish.
Yeah.
Cole McCabe on YouTube.
God.
Are you going angry? Are you going angry?
I was wondering about air pressures. Is this something that dictates the tactics or style of fishing you choose?
Possibly, yeah. That's a technical one, this, isn't it? I've looked at this loads recently, air pressures, and it's not so much tactics. It's how I believe the day's going to be. Higher the pressure. I suppose it's tactics. It's where they'll be in different areas, different times of the year. Different pressures make them do different things. I mean, in as a rough guide, in winter, winter and summer, the higher the pressure, the more likely they are to be shallower water because you've got the water pressure pushing down on them. Loosely, that might make you fish to an island in higher pressure, but temperatures and all sorts of that's come into it as well. But yeah, you do need to look at it, and
it can be really scientific if you want to be. I mean, like carp anglers, you're one of them, aren't you, Rich? Are you like proper scientific in that respect?
No, it was always high pressure fish like zig rigs up in the water.
Yeah.
So like bomb and bread, that sort of thing, probably because they're not really feeding. Low pressure's like feeding conditions.
Yeah, they go to the bottom and they eat in lower pressure.
You could read loads into it, couldn't you? But it's one of them. We've seen the situations that we've seen so often, haven't we? From like year to year. So you just get used to it, I suppose. But yeah, I suppose there's always room to read a lot into it.
Evaluate what's going on. Yeah.
I need to do more rigs more than anything, though, to be fair. Here he is, a beluga. Switch round, Rich. Get the beluga in. Go on, lad. There's a new one as well, in the new beluga.
Oh, I don't know, is there?
Yeah, it's like twice the size of that.
Yeah.
Or maybe not twice the size. Because that's a unit, isn't it, that?
Yeah. First, or the company that I used starter scaffolding for, their yard was literally on the edge of the runway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's right near Chester Zoo, isn't it? Is it near there?
No, it's
Or is
by
it not? Don't listen to me, folks.
Airbus. It's in Airbus. Do you remember the Airbus factory in Broughton?
Yeah.
It comes pretty much out of the back. Oh, that's what it is. It's the Airbus plane, isn't it?
Proper? Right.
Question.
Back to the
Sorry
question.
about that, folks.
Lovely aeroplane, wasn't it? Isn't it?
What's the Simon Twaddle? This is. What's the best turnaround in a match that you've both had, from coming from nowhere to being in contention to winning, and what brought about the change in fortune?
Oh, mine were golden reel this year, 100%.
Oh, mate, it's ridiculous.
Just from drawing my peg to wanting to go home, to even 2.5 hours in, I've got no chance, not going to win, to feeding down the edge and once swelled on it, and oh my God, let's go. I mean, but it can happen, can't it?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that was on a big scale, so it's memorable, but it'll have happened 100 times.
There's loads of times. I mean, I can think of one in a festival at Cudmore like 10 years ago. I'd literally had one bite in 4 hours, and there's an hour of the match left. And I was on, Milo, that channeling at the back of you.
Yeah, man.
I just I don't know what made me do it. I just suddenly switched around, went into the channel where no one usually catches any fish, and it was absolutely black. And I ended up with £80 of barbel. All the barbel were in there. But £80 of barbel in an hour, and I'd gone from literally last to winning. That's a memorable one I can think. But as you say, there'd be loads throughout the season, wouldn't there?
It is.
But you're not doing anything. It's a little turn or something that you think, oh, I'll just try this. And quite often you try something and it works.
Yeah.
So that's a big learning for me. That's for another day. That. I'll tell you about that later.
Wayne Richardson, when would be a good time for an average club angler to switch his attentions to open matches?
Whenever you feel ready, you just got to jump in. When it comes to open matches, depending where you jump in.
I think it's.
Where's he from?
YouTube.
YouTube.
Oh.
Cheers, mate.
So we don't know what area.
Well, it depends what area you're in. Do you know what I mean? If you jump into, you could go straight onto venues like Lindome and that, which would be a bit daunting for their open matches. Or other than that, there's lots of little open matches depending what area you're coming from.
Depends. If you feel as though you're in the top 3 in your club all the time, and you're not really getting challenged. Again, that can be another one to move on, isn't it? Definitely.
Yeah, we all like winning, but if you want to progress, you've got to take the jump, and you will get your arse kicked for a little bit, but you'll learn twice as fast.
You learn so much off the likes of obviously Jamie and hopefully a little bit myself, fishing these open matches, because we're approachable.
Yeah.
Aren't we? You know what I mean? But don't make him angry, folks. I tell you what.
Dave Brown,
Dave Brown Senior or Junior?
Junior, I think it must be.
Go on, lad.
Fished against both of them in the Golden Reel final. How did Jamie win off that peg when people were blanking in practice? What's your secret?
That's what I do.
Just lucky, aren't you, mate?
I do. they were just lots there. You know what I mean? The pressure down the other end.
The pressure from the bowl where you were, Dave, it's just pushed all the fish up the other end.
Yeah, it was like flat calm for him because the wind was our way-ish, wasn't it?
Yeah, I proper fancied it where I was. There's loads of fish there on that rope. Yeah. And then obviously through the match, they've just pushed down, and obviously Pete's done all right and all next to you, hasn't he?
They
You know
were
what I
definitely
mean?
just down our
Brilliant
end.
match. It's good to be in.
John Smith on YouTube. How do you approach a peg when you haven't been to the fishery before, and what do you look for?
The actual John Smith Bitterman.
Possibly.
Of like bombing and everything. Have you seen that advert? Peter Kay?
Oh yeah.
Proper. That's what I've replicated that, haven't I? That's a big word for me as well.
He's run round this, he's celebrating something, he's been telling everyone. Yeah, he's been telling everyone.
On him,
It's deeper than you thought. Come on, get out, you dumb fucker.
Come on, 2-1, Jamie.
Oh man. Not right, mate. Not right. Come on. Right, William.
You get it?
If Andy's back, we'll have a bit of hypothermia for the next one. We're all good.
That is amazing. Oh.
What was the question again, Ned? Sorry, Jay. I've seen
forgot
Jay
as well.
thinking about it then.
No,
and
I'm
he
not. I was
forgot.
thinking about John Smith's.
John Smith. I like John Smith.
Yeah.
Bitter. Go on, Rich.
Rock up to
You
a
want a
peg.
flake in that, love?
Oh, yes, please.
You rock up to a peg that you've on a fishery you've not been
Lambona.
before. What are you looking for?
Just fish it in the fish shallow. Come on.
Just fish to your strengths.
Fish, yeah,
Rock
definitely.
up and see what happens. If it's a commercial, you're going in somewhere to fish for carp, just do what you're comfortable doing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to fish paste, go and fish paste and go from there. You can't expect to rock up at a venue first time and get it right. It's not going to happen to whoever you're at. Yeah, just do what you're most confident in and that'll give you the best chance.
I think you can, it can work against you as well if you ask for a lot of advice, because everyone
so
does things different. All us anglers, we all fish completely different. So if you're asking one and then you go to another and ask what they think, they'll be like, well, maybe that not work. Just stick to what you like doing. Simple as that.
Yes.
Fishing shallow.
Fish shallow.
Fish shallow. Put BB on. Ooh, yeah.
Michael Quick on Instagram. How would you target F1s in deep water, 8 to 9 foot?
Oh, come on, Jay. It's all you, then.
Oh,
all you.
Same
Are you getting tired of keeping you up, mate?
Yeah. Our little one was waking me up last night. The same as you would in 4 or 5 foot. It's no difference. It's about understanding what your feed's doing and what response it's having. So if you've got, it's going back to that pressure question. On like a high pressure day, if you've got 8 or 9 foot, then them fish, depending on how cold it is, are very inclined to intercept your bait. So you want to feed maggots and things like that. They're going to sink slowly and you're going to catch in that way. If it's a low pressure one, then you can feed different baits like pellets, but like in a ball form. What's that? Is that a float? No, a little leaf. Pellets in like a little ball form or something to get them down and keep them in that 8 or 9 foot. Yeah, it's about feeding your bait in the right way to keep them where you want them, or responding to what you think they're doing and using the right bait in that way.
And what about rig wise? Would you have like a few rigs to cope with the different situations, or just like proper confident in one rig, then change like the shotting at the bottom with what you're doing?
Depending. If it was just on the deck and I want to keep them on the deck, then dead easy. Do you know what I mean? Big, heavy, strung out, bulk at the bottom, keep them down. If it was going to be a shallow or an off the bottom day, then multiple rigs will come into it then.
Bring it in nice and slow.
Yeah, so slow sinking ones, and in 8 or 9 foot you catch shallow.
Oh, a little sexy waggler.
Yeah.
Through the water. Oh.
And last one, Barlow Gaz on Instagram. £100 roach from a UK venue, or a 5-ounce gudgeon from the canal.
Oh, that'd be a big gong.
You love your gudgeons, didn't you?
They're the prettiest fish in the world, gudgeon, aren't they? It's a bit of a contrast, that, isn't it? A scabby gudgeon or £100 of roach. Yeah, I'll take the roach.
I think I'll take the roach, to be fair, as well.
Yeah.
Even though
sexy
gudgeons are amazing.
What did I see them big roach on?
It's on the Welland, wasn't it? Have you seen them ones? They're catching like 30, 40 pounds out of town Welland.
Big ones,
oh, mate, amazing.
I thought I saw some big ones or something the other day. They were like £2 ones, but I think I was dreaming.
Actual £2 roach?
No, not. It was like on telly or something.
John Wilson? So yeah, I'd take roach every day, but a chuck in it £100.
Yeah.
Say what? Whereas one bite from a gudgeon.
I want to see a 5 ounce good, you know. It's massive, that, isn't it?
Imagine how hard it'd fight if you got to like barbel size.
Yeah.
It's just like, come on, get off the bottom, come on! Wouldn't you? It'd be ages playing them
Right,
on.
tractor's coming to wrap it up.
Anything else you want to say?
No, that's all good. So
We'll
we'll do
catch
another.
some fishes now, don't we?
Yeah, let's go and catch some fish, but we'll do another Q&A soon. So any more questions, just bombard Rich with them.
Like and subscribe though, folks,
Yep.
please. Come
Yeah.
on, show us your support.